Welcome back to my channel. So this story time is called I Kicked Him Out of the House. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, y'all, before I jump into story time, what I want to say is this. I used to go with this guy, right? And his sister used to be my friend before I met him. So how I met him and stuff like that, that's on the next story time, how we met and stuff like that. Once I broke up with him and once I kicked him out of the house, you know, me and her friendship like went down the drain and stuff like that. And also, he dissed me in a song. Why would you say my government name? You know what I mean? I hope he makes some coins out of that damn song, because I'm thinking about suing the shit out of his ass. Suing the pants out of his ass. He gonna mention my damn name in a fucking song. And he dissed me in the song. Okay. And then his sister made a whole YouTube channel doing story times about me, switching everything around that what her brother did and making it sound like it wasn't me, which it wasn't true, because somebody told me that she had a YouTube channel. I didn't believe it, so I'm on there watching her videos. Like, she said he lying through her teeth. I'm like, lies, 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 lies. Everything she said was a lie. I comment on the video. So she took her videos. I don't know, did she take them down, did she hide it, or whatever. So I look back on there, she making more story times about me. Why would you hide them other story times that you made about me? And I already commented on one. She got scared. She waited for a while. She waited, and then she made more story times about me. But that's okay. You know, it's all good, because I knew her ever since we was in like elementary school. You know what I mean? Ever since we was in elementary school. But I guess the people that you know, I left her in the past. That's okay. Like, you know, people that you be friends with, people that you first started out with, doesn't mean they're gonna be your friends with forever. That's how it is in life. So yeah, she doing story times about me. She's talking about me on Instagram. And she tagging me and stuff. Like, I don't care if she talk about me, but stop tagging me in that BS. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't care if you're talking about me. Don't be tagging my name and stuff. You're trying to get clout off my name, and then your brother trying to get clout off my name too, when he dissed me in that song. You know what I mean? He better make some good coins, because I'm thinking about suing his ass. So yeah, y'all. So we're going to jump into the story time right now. So my parents paid for me to go to my prom and graduation. His parents paid for him to go on his prom and graduation also as well. So before we went on our prom, before we graduated and all that stuff like that, I remember this was in either February or March. We went down there to the house authority. We was talking to the lady and stuff like that. We told the lady, we lied to the lady that we was friends, because we wanted to get a 2-bedroom apartment. Like, just in case if our family come over the house, they can have like a guest room, and one room would be our main room and stuff like that. So it worked. You know what I mean? It worked. So I remember we had to sign our name on this, we had to sign our name on this paper, whatever like that. And there was a lot of people that was in this waiting list, to get this, houses and stuff like that. So we had to wait. So the lady was telling us, she said it might take a year or two to get a house and stuff like that, because you don't get a house like just like that. It takes a while, you know what I mean? So that's what we had to wait. So I remember we went on a prom. We graduated in July. You know what I mean? Because we graduated in June. But July, that's when the lady, she called us and stuff like that. So she told us that the landlord, that he wanted to like talk to us and stuff like that about the apartment and stuff like that. So she gave us the number and stuff, because she said the landlord had told her, to tell us to call him and all that stuff. So we said, all right. So she gave us the number and stuff like that. So I remember I called him the next day, and he was saying that if we want to like do a walkthrough, look at the apartment and stuff like that, because he said it's gonna be 2 other people with us and stuff like that. So we said yeah and stuff. Went down there. We looked at the apartment and stuff like that, and we liked the apartment though, but he thought that we was friends, so we had to act like we was friends because we wanted a 2-bedroom apartment, so we had to act like we was friends. So he didn't know that we was going together, whatever like that. So the other people, they didn't like the apartment at all. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't like it. It was a nice apartment to us, so we got it. It was 2 bedrooms. It was a bathroom. It was a closet upstairs, and kitchen in front room. Y'all, that house, that was a blessing, boo-boo. So they said they didn't want it. So he asked us if we wanted. We said yeah. So he asked us if we had the money up front. We was like yeah, but we didn't have it. Like we didn't have the money like in the check, whatever like that. So he told us that he'll be there, like waiting for us to come back. You know, we'll come back to the bank, whatever like that. So we had to get a check, boo-boo. So yeah. So we got the check. We handled the check the same day. He gave us our keys and all that stuff. So y'all, like, I was just so glad that we got that house. Like I was praying every day for us to get that house, and we finally got it, y'all, because everything was going good at first. Everything was going Gucci at first, you know what I mean? Like we kept up with our rent, like, you know, we just kept up with our rent and stuff. Like whatever we needed to buy, we put like half. Like I remember we had to get a refrigerator. He put half on it, I put half on it. We got a couch. We both put half on it. You know, the table and stuff like that, we put half on it. But when we moved in here, so we was like unpacking stuff and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So he put his bed in the guest room, and my bed, here all over the place, my head was in our main room. So like, I remember we got a refrigerator first, then a couch, then the table and all that stuff. So we was like slowly decorating the house and stuff like that. So everything was going fine at first. So it went from good to bad, like upside down. So I remember I was coming in from work because he worked at this fast food restaurant. I worked inside Macy's at the time, and he was just looking like this, like, and I was like, babe, what's wrong? So he was telling me what was going on because he was saying that he felt like his boss was paying like his other workers more money than him, and he said he was getting paid less money and stuff like that. Because at first, like, we kept up with everything. We kept up with our rent. We bought food in the house. We bought other stuff that we needed, like other like hair products or hygiene products, you know, cleaning products and all that stuff. We went half on everything in the house. But, you know, come to find out, he was telling me that his boss was paying everybody more money than him and stuff like that with my nose. But I was telling him, maybe you should talk to your boss and stuff, see what's going on and stuff like that. So he said he talked to his boss a week later, and that's when a week later he got fired. Once he got fired, everything went downhill. Like, it went from up and it just slowly like dropped. You know, you see one of them charts when people, they be like in business and stuff, like about they brand. So it went from like right here, and he just went all the way down. That's how it went. So I remember a week later he told me that his boss fired him, and I was like, your boss fired you? He was like, yeah. He kept saying that his boss didn't like him and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and I kept saying to myself, maybe I shouldn't even told him to talk to his boss. But he kept saying everybody was getting paid more than him. So, you know what I mean? Like, I had to say something, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you working somewhere and, you know, I ain't, you know, want his boss to cheat him out his money or anything, but I just kept saying to myself, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. I just kept saying to myself, like, I hope he ain't go down there and cuss his boss out, because I know how he was, and he very blunt, and he outspoken more than me. But I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know, I just thought it was my fault for him getting fired. I don't know why I thought it was my fault, which it wasn't my fault. But I heard rumors going around saying that his boss didn't fire him because he didn't like him. I heard that his boss fired him because he wasn't doing shit on his job. He wasn't even working, and other people kept complaining, saying that they was doing his job for him. Like, he wasn't doing nothing. Like, he kept being on his phone and all that stuff. Like, taking lunch breaks, taking hours on lunch break, them hours wasn't even necessary. That wasn't even his lunch break. Like, he was taking I don't know, like, there's all that stuff going on. That's what somebody told me, like, you know. And then I come in the house one day. I come home from work. He on a PlayStation 4, going like this, going crazy, like. And I asked him, I was like, did you go out and look for any jobs or anything like that? Because I said, I need help with the rent. He said, well, yeah, I'm working on it. Kept playing the game. I just knocked the doggone joystick out of his hand. He went like this. Oh, why did you do that? I'm losing on my game. I'm trying to play my game. I said, did you go out there and look for a job? Like, did you go out, look for a job? Did you stop, take a fresh air and stop like playing that PlayStation? Did you even breathe, take a fresh air, go out, go job hunting? You know what I mean? Like, did you fill out any job applications and all that stuff? He lied. He ain't do none of that. He lied to me. He told me that he filled out a couple of job applications and stuff like that. He said he gonna get this job next week. He was lying. So I remember the week before, you know what I did with that PlayStation 4, y'all? I hid that baby. I hid it. And I remember, I don't know where he was going at. Like, I remember he used to get up in the morning. Every time I used to get up in the morning, he used to get up. I don't know where he was going at. So, you know, I hid it. He kept asking me, oh, where's my PlayStation? Where's my PlayStation? I said, I don't know where your PlayStation at. He told me, well, he like, how you let somebody come to the house? Did somebody steal my PlayStation? I was like, I don't know where your PlayStation at. I said, what? I said, you the last one was playing it. Because I only play the PlayStation sometimes. I don't play it all the time. But, like, he thought somebody came to the house and took it, y'all. I hid that PlayStation right in the closet, y'all. Because he wasn't doing nothing. Like, before he was helping me with the rent and stuff, with the bills. And it's like, soon he got fired, he wasn't helping me with nothing. He kept lying and saying that he was looking for jobs. And then one time he had me thinking that he was working, which is, he wasn't even working, y'all. He wasn't even working at all. He wasn't even helping me pay any bills or anything like that. So I was telling my girlfriend, like, I was like, damn. I was telling her, like, I want to kick this nigga out of my house. She like, you want to kick him out? I was like, yeah, but I was like, I kept saying I want to kick him out, but I kept telling her, like, I feel bad because, you know, even though he ain't working and stuff like that, like, he got fired and stuff. But I was like, damn, like, I don't want to be out on the street, nothing like that. But she like, you can still kick his ass out. But I was like, his name on the lease. She like, so what, that don't mean nothing. She like, his name could be on the lease or not. She like, his name could be on the lease. She like, you can still kick him out if his name on the lease or without the lease, like, whatever. But I was like, damn, I don't know about kicking him out. But she like, girl, you should kick his ass out if you're not helping you pay that rent. She like, it don't matter if his name on the lease, if his name is not on that lease. She's like, you can still kick him out. She's like, actually, she's like, that's really your house for real. She like, I consider that as your house. You paying the bills and all this stuff. Like, yeah, that is true. So 2 weeks later, I was paying all the rent myself. Like, I was putting everything in the house. I put food in the house. I paid rent. I put stuff that we needed, like, you know, hygiene stuff, cleaning stuff in there. You know, 2 weeks later, whatever like that. So I finally took my girlfriend's advice, because she said, just because his name on the lease, if his name is not on the lease, she said you can still kick him out, because she said it's basically, that's your house because you paying rent and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, that's right. At the time I felt bad, but I came to my sense, like, look, you know, I don't need no man to do stuff for me. You know what I mean? If a man don't want to help me pay rent and we both living together, like, he expects for me to do everything, put food in the house. And y'all, like, he wasn't doing anything. Like, he had his funky behind feet on a coffee table like this. He stretched out like this and his feet like that. And he playing the game. Like, he had potato chip bags. Like, the house looked a mess. He had plates on the floor. He had cups on the floor. Like, I'm not gonna clean up after no grown behind me. I mean, I know at the time we was only like, I was 18 at the time. Like, I'm not gonna clean up after you. You're grown behind me. Can't you clean up behind yourself? Like, yo, I used to get tired cleaning up after him. He was eating up all the food and everything. Like, are you serious? Like, you're not gonna help me pay a freaking bill. He didn't want to do it. Like, all he wanted to do was play the game 24 hours a day. I have a problem with him playing the game, but, like, come on, like, you got fired. Like, can't you go out there and look for jobs and help us out with the rent? Like, it's only just 2 of us in there. Like, y'all, like, he got on my nerves. He, like, really got on my nerves. Like, before I kicked him out, I remember we just, like, broke up, but we lived together, but we wasn't together. You know what I mean? So he said, like, all right, we're not going to disrespect each other and stuff like that. Like, he said, even though we live together, we ain't even gotta be together. But he kept saying, oh, we not gonna bring nobody like home and stuff like that, you know, in our house, or disrespect. He said he wasn't gonna disrespect me, and I wasn't gonna disrespect him. But and another reason we broke up, because I broke up, well, he didn't break up with me, I broke up with him. So I remember ever since when my friend threw me a party, right? And he wasn't invited because, you know, like light-skinned guys and dark-skinned guys, sometimes they don't get along. So my friend was light-skinned and, you know, he was dark-skinned. But they both was fine as hell. They both was fine, but they didn't get along. So my friend didn't like him because my friend didn't want him. My friend threw me a party at his house, but he didn't want him in his house. So it was everybody there. So, but he wasn't invited, but he came anyway because one of his friends told him, they was like, oh, you know, so and so is throwing, you know, her friend is throwing her a party at his house and all that stuff. And he heard about it, so, you know, he went to his house. He wasn't even invited. So my friend was like so mad. So it was rumors going around saying that I was sleeping with my friend and friend was sleeping with me, that wasn't even true because he already had a girlfriend and I was going with him at the time. My man I was going with. So ever since he fought my friend, I was embarrassed. People was looking at me like, well, what's wrong with her boyfriend and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want nobody to think that he was controlling me, which he wasn't controlling me, but I didn't want nobody to think that he was controlling me and stuff. Like, I had to make the decision. So he got mad because I took my friend's side over his side and stuff like that. Like, how you gonna like fight my friend? You gonna fight my friend inside his own house and he throwing me a party? Like, it wasn't my birthday that day, but the next day was my birthday. So I was spending time with my friends on that day, and on my birthday the next day I was gonna spend time with him. So like, why would you come there and start with my friend? So I had to choose. So I choose my friend over my boyfriend. You know what I mean? So he started with my friend. So, you know, that's like if my friend would have started with my boyfriend, I would have took my boyfriend's side. You know what I mean? But he started with my friend, so I had to take my friend's side. Like, you know what I mean? Because he started the whole thing. So ever since then, our relationship went downhill and stuff like that. I said, you know what? We're not going to go together. Like, you know, I decided not to kick him out the house. You know, then, because I felt bad. So once he was saying, oh, we're not going to disrespect each other, you know, even though we still live together and stuff like that, we're not going to bring nobody home. But soon he started bringing people in the house. That's when I kicked him out. That's on another story time, how he had a bee in the bed. Y'all, he had the bee in the bed, y'all, in his bed. But even though we wasn't like, you know, like laying together, like sleeping together, he put his clothes and stuff in the guest room. So he stayed in the guest room. I stayed in the main room. So once he was being disrespectful and stuff like that, when he was bringing people in the house and stuff like that, so that's when I kicked him out. You know what I mean? So that's on the next story time, who he had in his bed, y'all. Like, that's on the next story time. And then, do y'all know he tried to get me kicked out that house, out the apartment? He told that I wasn't paying no rent, which he wasn't paying no rent. And then he told the man I was having people running in and out the house. That was him. You know what I mean? That was him. Like, I was trying my best not to kick him out. Even though he wasn't helping me pay the rent no more. He wasn't putting food in the house. He wasn't, like, buying stuff that we needed. Like, you know, cleaning stuff, hygiene stuff. He wasn't doing that. Even though he started with my friend, he was like, he ruined my party trying to fight my friend. So that was strike number 2. Strike number 2, I never put him out. But strike number 3, I had to put him out. Like, you bringing other people in the house. Like, I should have been put him out ever since he, like, tried to fight my friend. Like, but, like, I didn't want to, like, throw him out because I didn't want to force my lease. You know what I mean? So that situation, I had no choice but to let him stay there. But that's when I was like young and dumb at the time, yo. I was only 18 years old, so I ain't even know better. So I remember I was like, you know, talking to my mom and stuff. So my mom was telling me she was telling me that what should I supposed to do. So I finally came to my senses So I finally put his ass out because, like, I was, asking my girlfriend for advice. So she was telling me, like, you should put him out. It don't mean that if he lived there or not. You should still put him out. So when I put him out, he tried to get me kicked out the apartment. But I told you everything was going down and stuff like that between me and him. Like, he was helping me when he had a job. So when he got fired, he wasn't helping me like that. So, so my side over his side. So wishes he was mad. He was mad because it took my side over his side. Hey, y'all, if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.